So, well, hi and welcome, Gillian and Michael J. White. Thank you very much for the time to talk to us at World of Martial Arts. First off, Take Back, very cool, atmospheric story that delivers feel-good entertainment, especially for martial artists. And it was very refreshing to see a woman in the lead role. One thing that sort of struck me is, how did you find your way into the lead role, which encompassed you as a mom, a stepmom, a wife, a lawyer, and a successful one, with an appalling kidnapped, abused past? How did you bring those sort of two halves of lives together and then hold it together in a sort of acting shape?
Well, the great thing is that I was able to bring a lot of myself into the character because I am a mom, I am a stepmom, I am a businesswoman, and I think I'm a certified badass now. So those elements are easy to bring into it. Now, of course, I don't have a past like that. That's when the acting came into, the picture. But I think I when I finally saw the film, I was really happy with my performance because my main thing, I wanted just to be very believable and very real to the audience, that they could relate to this character and all these different facets of herself. And I think I definitely think I did that. And I was pretty proud of myself that I was able to do that, because it's a lot of levels with Zara.
The word, it felt like you compartmentalized, which I imagine one would have to in real life, compartmentalize those bits of your past in your life, and then when they collide, which is when the drama is, yeah, I think you did that sort of gear change and stepped up and became this someone else. Although it was very successful, believable, and it was powerful and touching. So hats off to you for that.
So much. Thank you.
And how do you then sort of keep that intensity of being that character, and then also when you suddenly got to turn on the martial arts, how do you sort of flip from one and then keep those two elements of thinking I've got to do a block and then a punch whilst I'm still being badass? Does it come easy?
It does, because I think I in real life, I kind of always walk around with, I'm such a happy, positive person, but there's this little part of me that is like, I wish somebody would mess with me, so I can, it's my husband's training. He's trained me to think that way. So yeah, it wasn't hard to flip, to go from, this loving wife and mother to, having to kick whoever's butt I need to kick to save my life and protect my family. So yeah, it wasn't too hard.
What was it? I mean, sort of a question for the two of you. How did you sort of juggle the politics of, obviously, Michael, you're generally front and center and the active ass-kicking person, and in this, I thought you played a very cool role of just the teacher, and you sort of stepped down a notch and allowed Gillian to sort of be front and center and do the ass-kicking. Was that sort of quite an easy thing to sort of switch and turn off, or?
Oh, that was a wonderful thing. I loved it. I love being the supporter. I mean, this is me really playing the position I really have in life. I love being the supportive husband, and I got a chance to do that. So I mean, that's great. And then I got a chance to really play myself. Really, at home, we're light. We have a lot of fun. Our house is like a sitcom. So to bring a little bit of that into a movie, of course, it turns, the subject matter turns and, gets a bit darker. But yeah, it's kind of, it was a pleasure. And I get more pleasure out of seeing my wife like shine in this situation than I do myself. When I have my own films, it's like I'm just in work mode, and I don't know, but this means more to me to be able to look at my shirt. Your wife, my wife. So, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Have you got a T-shirt that says the same thing, Gillian?
I don't, but I'm thinking about getting one made.
Yeah. Is this going to be a new venture where you do sort of more paired acting and more acting rather than punching and kicking?
Well, I mean, we need
both
to make the action here just as real as the acting, So, this is our 5th movie together. We've been in 5 movies together. That's like we might be working on a record as far as husband and wife, doing it. Well, I don't know. I don't know. There is a couple that just recently came out in the news that I don't even want to mention.
Oh, okay.
That has probably done a lot more, but we're not going to go their direction.
I'm confused, so we won't go there because I've got no idea.
I'm sorry.
I got confused too.
I made it completely confusing with the husband and wife duos in movies. I just kind of.
But yeah, we definitely plan on doing a lot more work together. We have fun. We have a lot of fun filming together. So.
But it looked so. Well, it was obviously a very comfortable and easy thing, and it felt like it. So it wasn't like an acting where you think, "How's this going to work?" It just felt like you were. It felt genuine, and so it was cool, very cool. How do you train? How do you train the fight scenes? Is that sort of something that you sort of block out together, and does Michael choreograph it, or do you say, "I want to do this, I'd like to do that," or who comes up with the idea?
He knows a lot of my strengths, so he incorporates that into the choreography. We always train at home prior to getting to set, so that when we're on set, we have it down packed. So, he does a lot of the choreography. We were working on probably a couple months before that, just getting it together.
Cool. And does it come easy to you just to turn on and sort of, is it that thing where you've been training all the time? Is it that switch does it feel like a natural, comfortable, and now I can just unleash?
Yeah, absolutely. And the way I've trained my wife, like primarily when we first trained together, when I was teaching her, it's kind of like to turn on that aggression, that power. It is like a switch. And at first I didn't teach her in a way where we're for movie fighting, so like when she hits, she does not hit like you might think like a girl. No, it's no joke. So the first time we really did anything on screen, it was in Welcome to Sudden Death, and she's fighting me. And I had never really taught her how to pull her punches. And so I was in quite a bit of danger. So we had to really kind of work on that. But now she's honed it in, because now, but she's only learned kill first, she's on kill. And then so I'm like, not kill. Yeah. So, it's been a kind of an observation of trying to kind of pull back the kill thing for screen. Yeah.
I get it now.
Yeah.
So in a way, is it a bit like couples therapy? You can take out all your aggression on set, and it's allowed.
Well, the good thing is that we haven't ever been in a position to get that couples therapy, so
you don't need to.
No, we don't need to.
This is also a more general, broad question of what martial arts movies from growing up, whatever, inspired you to sort of follow this path you're on now?
Well, you know what your favorites are.
Yeah, well, there's Into the Dragon. There's Shogun Assassins.
Enter the Dragon.
Oh, hey, there he is. There you go.
We got there in the end.
When I saw him run up the stairs, dressed.
So, tell us what you liked about Enter the Dragon. Come on.
Oh, everything about Enter the Dragon. That's the predominant martial art film that they've been making over and over, like poorly, for years.
Yeah, well, we'd love to see you in Enter the Dragon too. I've got a script for it, but nobody uses it. But there we go.
I've got one too.
Yeah.
Oh, good, excellent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But my questions was, we've talked about your fighting and stuff like that, but there's a devastating nearly in the coffee room where you get coffee. That's an absolutely well positioned kick. Did you train a lot in that, or was that Michael's idea, or how did that?
It's really funny with that scene. We choreographed that a couple hours prior
Yeah.
like prior to shooting that scene.
Yeah, we had to, like, you know, alter. I mean, we had a bigger fight scene originally, but like with COVID, you know, there was
So many changes and restrictions.
Right. So we just kind of put it together right there. I taught her that the gun disarm, like the day before. Like,
yeah.
Like
The day, like I said, just not even much time prior to that scene, he taught me that whole thing, and it looked great on screen. So I was. Yeah,
it really was marvelous. I could see it was a combination of both of your putting it together, because I've seen Michael in action, and I knew it was a good combination from you putting a lot of effort in and Michael coming up with the thing between each other. Where have you been? Because you've been in a lot of things. Can you tell us what you did in Xena, Warrior Princess?
I was a Moria, leader of the Amazon warriors. It was one of my favorite shows to work on. For one, I got to shoot in New Zealand, which was beautiful. And I just had a lot of fun. It was a great cast. And Joxer, the character on the show, was in love with me. And I treated him like crap. And Renee, God, I forgot last name, sorry. You know, the one that plays Xena's sidekick.
Yeah.
Jealous of the relationship because she, you know, liked Joxer. And so, yeah, I just got to play this very flirtatious, kick butt kind of character on there. It was fun. And we did a musical as well. So I did two. Yeah, so Xena and I did a duet together.
Wow, fantastic. Because it's a popular show. You talk about sudden death. Have we had sudden death over here? Is it available over here, or have we not had sudden death?
I heard it wasn't. I've had a lot of people that follow me that are in the UK that go, it's not over here yet. So
yeah,
sorry, but yeah, it's on Netflix out here.
Yeah. You know, it's like when Michael was doing No Retreat, No Surrender 3. You were just going from Doncaster. Last time I met you, you were going to Doncaster to go film it, and again, it went on to a kind of a Netflix thing, but we didn't get to see it very well, which was a little bit of a shame, because I did do a lot of a write-up on it, and it was fantastic. That you were fighting that great guy who was in Fearless. Do you remember that fight?
Oh, you're talking about Never Back Down?
Yeah, Never Back Down.
Yeah, Never Back Down. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Nate. Yeah, and yeah, the big Nate. It was something else. That guy.
Well, because Jet Li had a fight with him, and then you followed it sort of like with your fight, and it looked tremendous. But it was just a shame that the film didn't get as good a distribution as I think it should have done, really.
Oh yeah.
It was a great film.
Yeah, and she was in that. She was in that.
A lot of people don't even know I'm in that movie because I had a wig on. I played his love interest in the movies, and people go, "You were in that movie?" I'm like, "Yeah, the only Black woman was me."
and our daughter was in the movie.
Yeah, our daughter was in it as well.
Wow,
my daughter. Yeah.
And who's now her height and weight.
Yeah, gosh.
So what's your plans now? Because both of you've got you know, in the IMDb, both of you got quite a lot of films in sort of like in preparation. So, are we going to see another Never Back Down or anything else that we know, or have you got new ideas? Are you moving into a new field?
Yeah, I got some new ideas. This year it looks like I'm doing Black Dynamite 2.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we're talking about doing another Blood and Bone. And so yeah, all of these things are in the works. Yeah, and so I'm getting ready to direct another thing. Actually, in about 20 minutes, I leave to go do some location scouting for something I'm directing. So yeah, we're keeping busy.
Okay, and Gillian, and where are you going next, Gillian? What's your next thing after this one, which is a really fantastic movie? Where do you feel as though you're going to go next after this?
I hope to do more films like this. I'm really loving the action world that I've entered into now. And I just got through shooting a pilot for Warner Brothers and Fox, where I'm doing some action stuff. So I'm not allowed to talk about it, but I'm looking forward to that. We just got through filming last month.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, well, James, have you got a question? Come on.
Yeah, as much as I've been the technician guy, I've got a question for you. So, are you doing maybe any more collaborative projects together? Because I really like this film with you two in it, and I was wondering if you could do more.
Yeah, we have a few things in the works. There is a romantic comedy that we have together that's got the financing and everything. We just have to schedule when we're going to do it. Yeah,
Right.
so that, and we want to do some more action stuff too.
Wonderful. Yeah.
That's
We have a lot of fun working together.
Yeah, difficult. Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
You play an attorney in the film, and I was wondering if there's any, like, because you have to do the research, and I was wondering, if there was any difficulties trying to find, like, maybe some sort of, like, thing to, make it your character, or, like, something like that, like a difficulty, maybe, in the film.
It wasn't a lot of difficulty. There's so much of this character, Zara, that's so much like me. I am a mom, I'm a stepmom, I'm also a career woman. And, like I keep saying, I think I'm a little certified badass now, like she is. So, so I had a lot of fun. Oh, and of course, a wife. But I had a lot of fun, bringing that darkness of her past and dealing with what she has to deal with once it all resurfaces. So that's where the acting came into it. And I think that was not so much a challenge, but I've had a pretty good life. So there is a difference between Zara and I. I didn't have any horrible things that happened in my past. So that's, making that come across believable on screen to the audience was very important to me, that you guys really feel that she went through some hard times and now she's dealing with it again when Mickey Rourke comes back.
Okay. All right, we've talked to move it on. So thank you very much for your time. Sorry for you from there. Okay, then.
Thank you. I'm glad you guys got on.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.